he has apologized. I appreciate the point made by the Deputy Minority Leader. But initially, he qualified it. But subsequent to that, I think he came back and declared unconditionally. He declared unconditionally. Initially, yes, he qualified it by if, that if it offends anybody, he apologizing. But subsequent to that, he came and rendered an unqualified apology. I think that we can leave it at that, unless maybe members insist that he should restate what he said again. I think that should do for it. Having said so, Mr. Speaker, I think we all should appreciate that if the dignity of one individual in this House is affronted, it affects all of us. It affects every member in this House. And I want to believe that going forward, a colleague and others whose matters have not come before Parliament, but who also have some penchant in running some individuals down, would know that we are, as a collective, we float together or we sink together. So let us be mindful of this. We may criticize each other on issues, but not on personal attacks. It doesn't serve any purpose. So, the Speaker, I believe that it takes a man of courage once he realizes that he's committed an offense to stand up and say to us that I apologize. I think that, in my considered opinion, if the last leg of what my colleague said is anything to go by, it seems to me that he has sufficiently purged himself and that we can say to him, Speaker, we can say to him that he should go and sin no more. If he goes to sin again, maybe the House as a collective will be harsher and harder on him than we have demonstrated today. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I'll say to us, sufficient unto the day, the evil thereof. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, we've heard the Honourable member. Pursuant to this Honourable House, having found him liable for contempt of Parliament. It's a serious offence in terms of any Ghanaian or any person whatsoever, so far as the dignity of Parliament is concerned. It's important in such circumstances to hear from the accused person before we pronounce a sentence, so to speak, which this Honourable House has done. The Honourable member has explained that despite the fact that he accepts liability for his remarks, nevertheless, for the sake of the record, he wants it to be said that he never said Parliament is useless. He accepts that the remark Parliament is cheap did come from his lips, but nevertheless, his statement was not completed. And for that matter, aspects of that statement which have made his position really clear were truncated from the record. The Honourable member has said that he respects Parliament, and I urge honorable members to take this into account. Let us remember that even a person found guilty of murder may have an explanation which will hold even to the grave. And it is known well to jurisprudence home and abroad that this happens. Therefore, let us be advised by greater wisdom that goes beyond what is before us now. The important thing is that the honorable member has admitted guilt and has apologized to this honorable House. We are enjoined by the honorable majority leader to prefer the path of caution and ask him to go and sin no more. I hope that if this honorable House should come to the conclusion that indeed the honorable member should go and sin no more, we will not have the opportunity to have this same matter revisited in one form or the other in the annals of the history of this honorable House, whether from him or from whoever else. In the circumstances, I'll put a question of whether or not this honorable House is of the view that the pathway of caution should be adopted at this instance. For that matter, all those who are of the point, yes.
Mr. Speaker, I think that the issue is we should take the apology of our colleague into consideration in deciding on the two options.
Honorable members, I feel sad about the lack of patience when we are debating. Why can't honorable members listen to one honorable member on his or her feet, and then you may get up and I'll give you the opportunity to reply. But please, these matters also go to the dignity of the House. Whilst we are looking at somebody's contempt, let's be sure we don't also be guilty of contempt. Honorable Minority Deputy Leader, you may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was saying that the issue is we should take the apology of our colleague into consideration in deciding whether it should be reprimanded or suspended. These are the two options before us, which is the recommendation of the committee. Mr. Speaker, if you are asking that whether we should have a leg of asking him to go and see no more, this is becoming a third option to us, which is not part of the recommendation. So we are of the view that if you can ask the House to decide on either suspension or reprimand, then we'll take a decision. That is our humble view, Mr. Speaker.
Pursue the pathway of reprimand or not. And to reprimand is to in fact say, go and sin no more. All those in favor of reprimand say aye. Aye. Those against reprimand say no. No. The ayes have it. And this honorable House has adopted the pathway of a reprimand. And I will therefore say, Honorable Agyapong, don't give honorable members the opportunity to regret giving you this opportunity.